Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Since a lot of you are new around here and since my channel is growing, I thought it'd be fun to do a get to know me video. So I wrote down some questions that I thought would be interesting, fun facts about me. So this is gonna be very chatty, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so first up is what do I do for work? And I feel like I have to give a lot of background information in order to explain that. So I did go to school. I did graduate with a 4-year bachelor degree in interior design. But I will say somewhere along the line, probably right before my senior year, I remember wanting to drop out and wanting to quit and just go do something else. And it's not that like I was failing or anything like that. It was just that my heart wasn't in it. And I knew I just did not want to do the whole corporate thing. It just did not appeal to me. I know with my program, we were very focused on hospitality and commercial design, and that just didn't appeal to me. I knew then that I want to do more residential design. So, like I said, I had a year left, and it's like, who drops out right before they're almost done? So, I just went ahead and finished, and I got the degree, and I figured I would just figure the rest out later. And shortly after graduating, I ended up meeting my husband, and he was very much like the serial entrepreneur. He already had his own business and he wanted to add to it. He was like, hey, I want to do this real estate thing. I want to flip houses. I want to get rental properties, etc., etc. And it just seemed like our vision for life aligned and what we kind of want out of life and how we want to kind of be able to do our own thing and have our own freedom, so to speak. It just all kind of matched up. So we kind of just dove right in. So that's kind of what I do. We have some rental properties, and also I just help him with his business. And he also made me a stepmom, so I'm also a household manager, is what I like to call it. So yeah, I wear many hats, and that's kind of what I do for work. So how did me and my husband meet? I have a little bit of a joke about that. I like to say that he showed up in my backyard one night and then just refused to leave, because that's how we met, in my backyard. So it was during COVID, and as we all know, the world was shut down. So I decided to throw a party. I was one of those people, okay? I just was. Um, it was supposed to be a small get together. It actually was the 4th of July, so just me and a few family members. And they asked if they could invite more people over, and I said yes. And he ended up being one of those people that were invited. I did not know him at all, had never met him before, seen him, knew of him, any of that, even though we had like connections through other people, which is like so funny to me. But yeah, he came over, which he says he almost did not even like come, but he decided to come. Um, and that night, like, we didn't even talk, like, at all. Actually, like, other people was kind of like egging us on to like talk, or like, hey, she said that she likes you. Like, I never even said that. Like, I don't even know why they were doing that, but yeah. So I think it was the next day that one of my family members was like, hey, he wants you like to call him. And I was like, why would I call him? Like, I don't. I mean, he could have my number and call me if he likes, but I don't know what I'm calling him for. So she gave him my number and he texted me, and we just started having these really long phone conversations, like hours upon hours. I think I even had like a screenshot of like, I don't know, a 6-hour long phone call that we had. So yeah, and like I said, it was during shutdown, so we would like either like go get like Mexican takeout, or we would order pizza, and we would just like watch movies in my backyard. So like our entire relationship was like formed in my backyard. So that's why I say that, yeah, he came over one night into my backyard and then just refused to leave. What does a typical day look like for you? For me. So for me, it's about like what season I'm in. I feel like for us, we're always in different seasons and depends on what we have going on. If we have a property we're working on, then that can drastically change what, our day to day looks like. For me right now, we're very much settled into like the school routine, and I'm trying to complete our home. We bought this property for us to live in, but also a little bit as an investment. And we knew moving in that it would need some work, and we kind of have been putting that off a little bit because it's not, our home is livable, but it needs some upgrades and some different things fixed and handled around here. So right now I'm kind of like diving in full force. My mornings consist of packing lunch and either doing a school drop off or helping to usher the two of them out of the house. And then after that, I'm just kind of diving into my projects. I just finished the kitchen, of course. So now I am moving on to the primary bathroom and maybe the living room, maybe both at the same time, not really sure. And then, in the evenings, I'm cooking dinner and it's bedtime. That's kind of like what a typical day is right now, but that can always change. So, moving back into interior design, my next question is, do I DIY most of my projects? And my answer is yes. I do DIY most of my projects, and I think more people need to not be afraid to DIY. Also, it's not really that hard. Once you start doing stuff yourself and see they don't always have to call in a professional or a tradesman, I do think there's a time and a place where those people are necessary, but I also think that it saves you so much money to be able to do these things on your own. And also, these are just skills, these are life skills, really. Being able to take care of a home, I consider it being a life skill. Being able to fix little things around the home and do plumbing and replace floors if you want. I have ripped up carpet and replaced floors before. I mean, it takes time, it takes practice, it takes research and studying, but the more you do things, the more you realize that you're capable of doing them. And I just feel like DIY is the way. And just because you DIY does not mean that it is cheap or it's less good than what a tradesman can do. Sometimes it can be just as good, if not better, because sometimes when you're doing it for yourself, you're adding in extra layers and extra protection, you're gonna do it right. You're not gonna just slap it down. And I think we all know, like, nowadays homes are being built, they're just being put together like cardboard boxes, and that's it. There's a reason why older homes can be so valuable because they're just so well built. Even the home we're currently in, a lot of the stuff that we're redoing is because it was poorly done the first time by professionals. So, yeah, don't be afraid to DIY your home or anything you want to do. I believe you can do it, so go do it. My biggest decorating tip would be let your home tell a story about you. Sometimes people ask me, like, what new rug should I get or what color should I paint my walls? And no offense, but I think to myself, a rug or a paint color is not going to change anything about this room. Like, it's the details. It's the details that make a design. It's the details that tell a story. And I think that it's not really about what I like or what's trendy. Some people think I'm trendy. I've got like comments about like, this is very trendy. It's a very trendy kitchen. I don't think it's trendy. I think I just did what I like and what I enjoy. And for me, I like things to feel very crisp and clean and not cluttered. And um, my brain is going doing a blank. Classic. Just very classic is kind of how I would describe my style. So if you love color, then your home should be colorful. You know, if I don't know, if you love Pokemon, our son loves Pokemon, so that's why it came to mind. But if you love Pokemon, I don't know, put up some Pokemon. I feel like it should say something about you. It should say so and so lives here. It should say what you like and how you feel, and that would be my biggest tip. At the end of the day, it's your home. It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. And, you know, as long as you like it and you love it, that's what truly matters. So, how would I describe my style? Again, I would think very classic, very clean, very crisp. I love the florals. I love bringing in elements of nature inside through different prints and rugs and even like with fresh flowers. I like a lot of white because to me white is very like clean. Like I like white bed sheets. I don't have any like colored bed sheets. Our son has some colored bed sheets, but not me. I just feel like it feels very like crisp and clean, and that's kind of like my style. I like it to be very clean and fresh, and I think I like it that way because I like to decorate seasonally. So having a very clean palette allows me to add in a lot of different decorative items that way as well. Some people say I use too much white, and maybe I do, but you know what? I like it. So it's whatever. What would my dream home look like or be? And honestly, I feel like it would not be the home, it would be the land. I really want to homestead, and I think that's my goal. My end goal is to eventually end up on our own homestead. And honestly, I feel like as far as the house itself goes, I could have an endless amount of money, and I feel like I would never want a super like huge home. I just want a really nice home that's cozy and works well for us and our family. That's another reason why I know that this home is not our forever home, because it's not enough room. It works for the three of us now, but if we want to grow our family, then I think we eventually have to move on. But for now, it works, and there's no hard deadline. I think 5 to 10 years, but you know, we're not stressing over it. We just know that when it no longer serve us and we're able to move on, we will. Um, I only want to move like one more time after this. I will be open to moving more if like the home was like an investment and we know we're just gonna live there for like a year or two and fix it up and like flip it. I'll be open to that, but I don't want to move around a ton anymore. I just want to like move one more time and be done with it. Live there and die there. But yeah, I really want to homestead, and I just want a really nice home on the homestead. Nothing too big, big enough for our family, big enough to gather. I do have this idea of having like a loft over top of the living room. That way I can hear the children play while I'm in the living room, or the adults are in the living room. And I kind of like an open concept a little bit. I see the benefit of both. I think, you know, closed, having actual rooms is, you know, very classic, but I do like to gather, and I feel like with open concepts, um, it makes for a good gathering because everyone can be together, even if they're in different spaces and areas. But yeah, my dream home would be a homestead. So, my last question is, what is my favorite season to decorate for? and I think that would be Christmas. I'm really excited for this up and coming Christmas season. I have a theme in mind. I have no idea how I'm going to execute it. I've picked up a few items, but I haven't really like started shopping yet or kind of like making my lists and my design boards and all that. But I definitely have a vision in mind. I think it's like the most fun season to decorate for. Definitely. I've never done like a full-blown Halloween setup. I do want to do that one year. Maybe like something on the front lawn, something very like spooky. I would love to do that. But yeah, I would definitely say it's Christmas and probably I do like spring. Spring is a good season to decorate for, but yeah. Okay, you guys, that is all I have. I enjoyed doing this video and being chatty with you all. If you all have any questions, I would love to do this again. So please leave your questions in the comments and I'll talk to you in the next one.